Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 45 of Rapid Fate Online, and this one's titled Ninjas Cutting Onions. Oh, do we have to? You asked in a quivering voice. I just made this little baby all better with healing potions. Doesn't that mean I can keep it now? Butterfly shook his head. No, On. Sorry, if the owner has died, then we can keep it. But the fact that it still has a green cursor above its head indicates that its tamer is still alive. But I still don't understand how they got separated. It's unusual. Okay, well if we don't find the owner within a week, I'm naming the fox and I'm keeping it, he replied firmly. Butterfly smiled and shook his head. You're very headstrong when you want to be. You beamed at him. When baby animals are involved, yes. You approached the city on level 20 and entered with Butterfly, directing the wagon towards the city's information centre. Not surprisingly, you refused to go with him to give details of the baby fox and opted to stay aboard the wagon with the sleeping bundle in your lap. Aww, you heard a passerby coo as they walked past the wagon and saw you in your fox onesie with the baby fox on your lap. It's a mummy fox and her baby, they moaned with love. You smiled. I could totally get used to this, you thought. Butterfly returned and told you that no one had come and registered a missing pet so far, and your hopes rose higher than the RFO sun. You just might get to keep your baby fox after all. The next day at school you were mucking around with your best friend, coming up with new inside jokes and random things to say, and started a chain of words that just seemed to keep going and going. It all started with her saying that she had stubbed her toe yesterday, and it hurt like a mother trucker. Naturally you responded with, the mother truckerest of the mother trucker? To which she replied, the mother trucking original of the mother truckest mother trucker to ever mother truck, and from there it just kept going, and by the end of the day you two were responding in this way to almost every paragraph with long replies that made absolutely no sense to anyone else but you two, and even poor Tamaki was afraid of you. You chuckled as you walked home with him that afternoon, chatting about your interactions with your bestie. Why does my random speak with bestie alarm you? Oh, it doesn't alarm me, Yin, he replied softly as he took your hand in his. It's just a different side of you that I don't see often. I could say the same about you, Tamaki. You're like a totally different person in RFO. I like it though. I love that we can get to spend heaps of time together each day on random adventures. I'm looking forward to moving in together and getting married, he said shyly, looking away as the deep red blush covered his cheeks and tips of ears. It's surreal that we're getting married in game, huh? He replied with a happy sigh. I like that feature, he said as he hesitantly looked at you. I like it too, Shy Bean, you replied cheekily, stopping him so that you could kiss him on the tip of his nose. You ready to head to level 21 today and get our wedding rings and then head on to our new home? He gave you a cute little smile and nodded vigorously. I'll see you in game soon. And with that you parted ways, soon to meet up again in RFO. When you got home, you quickly went to your room and lay down on the bed, connecting yourself up to the nerve gear and clearing your throat. I have a man to marry, so if you could kindly link to the mother flippin' start, that would be fabulous, you announced into the headset proudly. Unfortunately, it didn't register your command, so you just had to stick with the usual link start command, and in an instant you were transported. You awoke beside Butterfly on the bed, with your baby fox curled up at your feet, and for that little moment in the game everything was perfect. You lay there smiling while you waited for Butterfly to log in. His form came to life and he smiled at you as his eyes opened. You ready for today? He asked. Is that question even needed? You replied with a chuckle as you kissed his lips. He smiled and hugged you close to him. I can't wait until you're officially Mrs. Butterfly. Does that mean I get to have a butterfly onesie? You asked. No, not at all, he replied quickly. I love the fox onesie. Okay, just checking, you said with a chuckle as you sat up and patted the little fox on the head. Come on, Foxy, time to go. Wait, hold on, Butterfly said. You've already named it? Mm-hmm, you replied with an innocent head nod. No, now you're attached to it, he groaned softly. Correction, I've been attached to it from the minute I saw it, you stated proudly. He groaned with a smile. Well, we still need to try and find its owner. If we can't find them by the end of this week, then Foxy's all yours. Is it bad to hope that we don't find the owner? You asked with a cheeky smirk. Butterfly shook his head and laughed. I'm not answering that, he added as he helped you off the bed. Let's go. The three of you left the inn and hopped into the wagon, preparing to leave for level 21 and the marriage registry office. As you headed through the town, a crowd drew your attention and you craned your head curiously in its direction. "What's going on over there?" you asked Butterfly curiously. "Oh, it looks like some kind of market or festival," he replied. "Oh, can we have a look, please?" you pleaded. "I've never been to an in-game market or festival." "Sure on," Butterfly replied and pulled the wagon up nearby. You all dismounted and you walked beside him, carrying your baby fox in arms. Happily you went from stall to stall, looking at all the different things that they had. There were a few shows too, which you stopped briefly to watch. Suddenly you got a tap on your shoulder and you turned to see who it was. "Hey, I think you might have my baby fox there," the female player said. "Yours?" you asked, your heart dropping into your shoes. "How do you know it's yours?" The player called a name out and the little fox in your arms perked its ears up and looked at the player. "Oh my god, it is you!" the player cried. "My baby! I thought I'd lost you!" You sadly handed the happy little baby fox over to the player and tried not to cry as she engulfed the little sweet bundle in her arms. Before you looked down, though, your eyes had just so happened to catch a glimpse of the player's name, who owned the fox, as it was illuminated above her head, and you froze. Oh no. Oh my god, it's Sexy Schoolgirl 69! Oh, best to stay tuned for chapter 46 coming tomorrow.